It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store. As it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the Wild Card round. Quickly to the air is Wilson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Wilson to throw. It's Edwards again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Play action. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hall again on second down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A first carry for Najee Harris. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down at at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now 2nd and 5. From midfield now, Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Oh, some strong running. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of the playoff game, get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They run again on first down. Cook. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Wilson now off the bootleg. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 10 yards out. And the Jets lead this now 14-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and throw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. There he goes, right side. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now Lawrence to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've had a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd down, this is Harris. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Jaguars 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Breece Hall. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with a second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21. Jaguars 7.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lawrence got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And the Jaguars send out their punter.
Back deep for the Jets, Mecole Hardman.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it in. Yard line, absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
That was awful. Come on. You guys can do better than that.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 6 now.
They run it again with Cook. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up past the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Edwards. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
And check down complete to Hall.
Well, he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down at about the 21 or 22.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Cook. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hall.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
127 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook from 4 yards out. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jaguars 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Lawrence changing the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Motion man is Schwartz. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now it looked like movement up front. If that's the case, that might end any thought of a field goal. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They hand this off to Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Jaguars. Najee Harris, 78 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
Kaimi Fairbairn is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
We are in it to win it.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On second down, Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson taking it in from the 20. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats.
Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Wolf on now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Jets 42, Jaguars 14.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this?
There he goes, right side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
But it brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. He's going to have to hook up to Schwartz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jets' 20-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Deebo Samuel, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags are able to at least get one score back.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
Now Lawrence on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
They'll look to throw again. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching? Under pressure, they got him again.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Jets start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now they'll change things up.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Lawrence got an open man in Schwartz.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 1st down, Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.